lamb, to the little lamb. Do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace war, mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere, listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, will bring us goodness and light, will bring us goodness and light. The child will bring us goodness and light. Do you hear what I hear? One of the old classic songs of the season. Hello, my name is Heatherlyn, and I'm so happy to already see a few friends here. Sue and Big Elephant, new to me tonight. Chris, happy to see you. Happy Solstice and Merry Christmas. Matt Dobbin, such a blessing. Many thanks. You all, I'm so happy to see you here. This is Holidays with Heatherlyn, Songs of the Season show tonight, online LOVEstream for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this also to your Facebook pages and wherever you share content so that more people can enjoy with us tonight. I am coming to you from Colorado, from Denver, Colorado, the unceded land of the native tribes Cheyenne, Ute, Arapaho. And I would love to know where you are coming from tonight. Dee, yes, hey, Merry Christmas from Alabama. And good evening, Hans from Minnesota. Awesome. So happy to see you all here. This is beautiful. I love doing the holiday show every year. Last year we did 2, I believe, because we did the holiday concert and then we did caroling. And I don't currently have scheduled a caroling session, but I have a couple in the mix tonight. And I sort of honestly have a feeling I might want to get on here again before Christmas or maybe on Christmas. Hey, Aaron. Awesome. Nice to see you here from Wisconsin. It's been a while, Aaron. I'm glad you popped on. And Teresa and Tom and Wisdom. Beautiful kitty cat Wisdom in front of the Cozy Fireplace of Minnesota. And Chrissy in Washington State. I was recently up at Chrissy. Some of you saw the birthday party that we did for Chrissy recently. Well, in September. It was a few months ago. But so happy that you all are here. So I have some old songs, some new songs. A lot of these are covers. Some are classics. And then I also have some originals for you tonight. And of course, a lot of these songs are Christmas songs, but some of them are honoring the winter solstice. So peace to you this winter solstice night. And I'm grateful we can share together in being present to this longest night, this beautiful transition and turn of time. And I'm even going to sing a Hanukkah song for you, even though Hanukkah is over this December. But it's a great song, so we'll do that. And a couple of New Year's songs, too. So I hope that you enjoy. We are also in a campaign for the new album in the new year, so we'll talk about that as we go along as well. Here's a song that is new to me. I've heard this song many, many times. Of course, this John Lennon Happy Christmas song. And I love it for so many reasons that many of you probably love it for as well. But this is the first year I've covered it, so I'm grateful to share. All right, Faith Lutheran Church. Well, I'm so glad that you're here joining us. Are you all here? Is it like one person on the Faith Lutheran Church account, or is it like 50 of you or 500 of you? You've all gathered for the live stream. All right, so this is Christmas. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, for weak and for strong, for rich and the poor ones. The road is so long. And so happy Christmas for black and for white, for yellow and red ones. Let's stop all the fights. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. And so this is Christmas, and what have we done? Another year over, a new one just begun. And so happy Christmas. We hope you have fun. The near and the dear one, the old and the young. is over if you want it. War is over now. Perhaps a war internally, but may peace so pervade that war could be over in the whole world. This next song has a similar message to it, I would say. I heard the bells on Christmas Day. I feel like I didn't grow up with this one. I grew up with a lot of Christmas song, but this one I feel like I first heard from Sarah McLachlan. Yeah. Oh. Hello, Yolanda. Nice to see you and your family listening in St. Cloud. Thank you so much for being here. I love it. And Carl watching from Maine, my home state. So I always love to see you on here, Carl. And Carl, we received your Christmas card too. So thank you so much. And I love what you're doing here. And so happy Christmas. War is over for black and for white. If you want it for yellow and red ones, war is over. Let's stop all the fight now. Yes. And that's probably what actually those thank you for doing that, because I'm sure those lyrics do overlap when, you know, there's John Lennon singing the one part and then the children's choir sings the other part. And that's really so beautiful. So thank you for putting that together for us. This next song is I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, or at least the poetry was written by him. I've adapted it a little bit to be gender inclusive and things like that. But essentially, it is a really stunning song with a beautiful essence and sentiment to it. And, you know, Longfellow wrote these words after great grief, like in the midst of grief. 2 years prior, he lost his wife in a fire, and his son also had just come home from fighting in the Civil War, and he was severely wounded, and he did recover. But there was a lot. My understanding is that he didn't really want his son to go fight in the Civil War because of, you know, the danger and all of those, I suppose, practical reasons that a parent might have for not wanting their child to go off to war, right? So obviously, if you know any of these songs, feel free to sing along. Feel free to share this live stream. I'm so grateful that you're here. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, their old familiar carols play, and wild and sweet the words repeat of peace on earth, goodwill to all. Till ringing, singing on its way, the world revolved from night to day. A voice, a chime, a chant sublime of peace on earth, goodwill to all. Then from each black accursed mouth, the cannon thundered in the south, and with the sound the carols drowned of peace on earth, goodwill to all. And in despair I bowed my head. There is no peace on earth, I said, For hate is strong and mocks the song of peace on earth, goodwill to all. Then peal the bells more loud and deep. Love is not dead, nor doth she sleep. The wrong shall fail, the right prevail, with peace on earth, goodwill to all. Peace on earth, goodwill to all. I heard the bells on Christmas Day by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, written during the time of the Civil War, the American Civil War. I'm so grateful to you all for being here tonight. My name is Heatherlyn, and I know so many of you here. I'm grateful. If you haven't already said hello yet, please do so. We love to know you're here so we can say hello to you as well. Always feel free to share this, let other people join in the fun with us. We have some solemn songs and we have some really funny, fun comic relief songs. The holidays are a mixed bag, right? Tell me what you feel about that if you want to. Describe to me something that you love about this season, or describe to me something that is challenging for you this season, if you want to, in the chat. This is kind of how we get to have, an energy exchange, is when you are in the chat, and you are welcome to chat with your friends in the chat as well, in the comment thread. We are currently in a campaign, an Indiegogo campaign. So many of you here have already participated and contributed. So thank you so much. Thank you from my heart for being a part of this, for getting to know my team a little bit. That was our last live stream, getting to know the co-producers, my graphic designer, who also happens to be a musician. A really phenomenal show. So if you didn't catch that, look for that in my on my YouTube channel and the video archives. They're just awesome. So we all appreciate your generosity, and also any way that you're able to share that with others and extend that invitation to invite them to be a part of, turning the beautiful vision into a reality. We're so grateful to you for checking it out. David, hello. Nice to see you. Love the spirit of the holidays. I wish we could spread compassion and empathy year round. Hear, hear, my friend. Hear, hear. I so agree. Well, this next song is not traditionally a Christmas song, but I love to sing it. Let It Be by the Beatles. And my understanding is that this is actually about Paul McCartney's mother, who passed away shortly before he wrote this. He and Lennon together, of course, wrote this. But it does kind of hearken to the Mother Mary, and so I love singing at this time of year, especially as we often find ourselves encumbered in the hustle and the bustle. We find ourselves maybe tugged at and pulled by expectations, familial expectations, and different things like that. And we all respond to those things in different ways that can, sometimes be stressful or unhealthy. So I love to sing this Let It Be during this time of year, because we do get to remember that with all that tugs at us, our hearts are most important. So I invite you to, even if you want to, put your hand on your heart and take a deep breath as we let things go and as we let them be. find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. But though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Yes, awesome. Hey, Michael and Lori and Tammy and Doug, welcome, welcome. So happy that you are here. So happy that you're here tonight. My name's Heatherlyn. It's nice to meet new friends and old friends here. So many of you are patrons and support our work, and we're grateful to you for making these live streams possible. David says, love this folksy singer-songwriter version. I've seen Paul perform this live, and it's so heartfelt and joyful. Thank you. Oh, well, thank you for your kind comment. That is really, really lovely. And yeah, cool. Doug, what does the fifth Beatle mean? I would love to know. I'm going to do another song from probably a similar era, actually. Peter, Paul, and Mary sang this song, Light One Candle. Peter Yarrow wrote it. I learned this one year from my Story Dwelling show, which we will be resuming. I just needed a little bit of break to adjust for all sorts of various things and do this Indiegogo campaign we're doing and all of that. So the Story Dwelling talk show got kind of put on the back burner. But one year I got to do a story dwelling show. Story dwelling to me is a practice. It is a show, but it's also the practice of cultivating courageous, compassionate curiosity for ourselves and one another. And I got to spend time with Rabbi Brian Field, a local rabbi here in the Denver, Colorado area. And he told us the story of Hanukkah so that we could, so many of us who don't know that story, or even remember that it's sometimes that it happens in December. And so he honored us, graced us with his presence on the show, shared that story. And he actually asked me to learn this Hanukkah song. So I feel so honored, so grateful that I got to learn it. It's a really fantastic song. And Doug says, had errands to do for the older folks, late getting on. Okay, well, cool. Better late than never, right? And then just joking that you were the fifth Beatle. Cool. I mean, man, that's great. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, here is Light One Candle. This is a season of light, is it not? The winter solstice tonight, where we observe the longest night together, and then we know the days are going to get longer again. There'll be more light in our lives. Christmas is also about light coming into the world, and then Hanukkah is about light as well. So I appreciate that that unifying theme, you know. So. Light one candle for the Maccabee children, with thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the pain they endured when the right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demands. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering the pain we learned so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in. Let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as the song in our hearts. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. And what is the memory that's valued so highly that we keep it alive in the flame? And what's the commitment for those who have died? We cry out they've not died in vain. We have come this far, always believing that justice will somehow prevail. And this is the burden, this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears. And I always like to remember that even as we celebrate light, that, darkness is good too, especially the darkness of a place that is sacred where you are learning more about yourself, or you're learning more how to hope in the dark, or perhaps the darkness of the womb where something is being born, darkness of the earth where a seed goes into it and dies and becomes something good and beautiful and life-giving, so we honor the darkness tonight as well, on this longest night. Thank you for the finger snaps. Hello, Tammy. And I love that y'all are saying hello to each other. That's awesome. Thank you, Michael, for that word. Great to share in the festive, powerful experience with you all. You're welcome. You're so welcome. And Yolanda, absolutely. Yes, you are welcome for mentioning holy darkness. It matters. And too often we don't pay attention to that, or we ignore that. So thank you, Dee, for saying hello from Monique in Australia. That's awesome. And okay, here is that I feel like Don't Let the Light Go Out, that Hanukkah song, is so brilliant in the way it tells the story of Hanukkah, and also calls for justice and carrying onward a legacy of justice in our lives. And this next song is really simple and silly, and we're just gonna go with it because this season is so many things, right? And so we seek to hold space for the longings, the yearnings of our hearts for peace in our souls, peace in the world, for justice in our communities, and justice in our world. And also we get to be silly and have joy as well. And sometimes joy is just as revolutionary, So I hope that you enjoy this walking in a winter wonderland. Tell me if it's snowing where you are. Denver has not been getting enough snow. So it would be really fun if it snowed sometime this week here. But tell me what you're experiencing.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have so much fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Though your nose is a-chillin', we'll frolic and play on the snow day, walking in a winter wonderland, walking in a winter wonderland.
Ooh, Tammy says tons fell here today. Absolutely gorgeous. Winter wonderland. Oh, I'm so glad. That's awesome. Lori says no snow, 60 and sunny here in Louisville, Kentucky. Wow. No snow in Florida for the Dobbins. And Michael says no snow, sadly itching to get out on the skis. And Dee says, oh, hell no to snow. Alabama shuts down if it flurries. That sounds like, you know, I've spent a little bit of time in San Diego. We've done artist in residencies there. We've toured through Southern California a lot. And when it rains, it basically, the culture turns into a snow day phenomena. And the way people drive in the rain is like how I remember people driving in the snow in Minnesota. So, and I love San Diego so much. So that is not that I'm just observation, commentary on my experience of the culture, and acknowledging, yes, that makes sense that it would probably shut down in Alabama if it flurries. Ice storm hitting the Maine coast tomorrow at daybreak. Now, an ice storm sounds less magical. It sounds a little dangerous and risky. So I wish you all well and safety. Evansville, Indiana, Doug says typical up and down temps here. No snow so far this year. Okay, well, here, we're going to do another song about snow.
That brings in the weather report.
Yeah, we got the community collective weather report tonight, so I appreciate y'all. Love it, love it, love it. So this song, Let It Snow. Oh, wait, I skipped a song. We'll come back to it. Since we're talking about the snow, we'll go to Let It Snow. All right. I switched instruments and everything. I have an original song that I don't think many of you have heard, but we'll come back to it. It's actually a funny song. You don't hear me do a lot of satire, but I actually wrote a funny holiday song, so we'll come back to it. But since we're talking about snow and on that topic, this was written by a composer and lyricist. Also, sometimes it's called Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, penned during a heat wave in July of 1945 in Hollywood, California, as the musicians wished for cooler conditions. I love it. They wished for cooler conditions, so they wrote a song. It's a cute song too. They turned it into a bitty love song. I'm so glad you all are here. Again, if you haven't shared the live stream, please do so. We are also in an Indiegogo campaign for my next new album. And the last time I did a full-length album was a decade ago, but we're planning to do one in the new year. Thank you to so many of you who have already participated and already checked it out. And if you would be willing to check it out and maybe pitch in what you feel so moved to, and then share it with others and invite them to be a part of it too, that would be amazing. And just extend that invitation to bring others in to be a part of it. We would love that. And you know me, like I'm going to keep everybody up to date and informed, and there'll be a lot of fun updates and videos. Chrissy, thank you. Cannot wait for that new album. It's called Heatherlyn's Musical Apothecary, and I'm going to get to combine some of my meditative work with it as well. It'll be really good, I think, in a lot of ways. Oh, David remembers when Let It Snow came out. Good times, man. Love it. Okay, here we go.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. And there are some places in the country that need a little snow, so hope that happens. All right. Hello, Bernadette. I don't know what that comment means, but if you're a real person, welcome. All right, here's another sweet little tune for the new year. When the bells all ring and the horns all blow, and the couples we know are fondly kissing, will I be with you, or will I be among the missing? Maybe it's much too early in the game, oh, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's Eve? Wonder whose arms will hold you good and tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the new year, New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you receive. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's Eve? Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you receive. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are you doing New Year's Eve? What are you all doing New Year's Eve? Do you have any plans this holiday season? Obviously, we're not totally out of the coronavirus woods, so to speak, but it is, I hope, maybe a little bit better than last year. It seems like we're vaccinated this year, so I guess that's a plus.
And, we know the benefits of masking when we do get together with people and things like that. So wondering if this year's plans for the holidays are looking different for you in any sort of way. What are you doing? New Year's Eve. I have another New Year's song for you. This is my original New Year's song. And let's see. I'm going to use this instrument for it. So my holiday season has been a little bit different. I really like to, when I can, I like to continue the tradition that I grew up with of making homemade gifts and stuff like that, homemade ornaments. And, but it just got very, very busy with the Indiegogo campaign and, doing that. And I'm very happy to be working on it. That's just how it flowed. Like when I was talking with Ben Grace, when I was talking with my bestie, who's also my financial advisor and is helping me, walking alongside me in this campaign. She's just so brilliant and an Indiegogo campaign veteran herself. And just as we were talking, as we were getting going, as Ben Grace, who has produced some previous EPs of mine, as we were talking then with China and Seth, who were going to host the creation of the new album in their studio, they got excited about it. So there just started to be some momentum around it. And I was like, we're not going to wait until after the new year to get this going. We've just got to do it. So that has kind of been... it's made my holiday season really fun and really interesting and busy in a new kind of way. So I'm grateful for that. And of course, you all are welcome to check out the project. And if you would be interested in contributing to it, we would obviously be so grateful. And so many of you here have already done that. So we thank you so much. You can see the link there. That's kind of long. You can look up Heatherlyn's musical Apothecary album on the Indiegogo site or use my link tree. And that's just the top option there to check out the Apothecary album campaign. I think it will be very beautiful. Something that we get to say hello to in the new year. I'm sure there are also some things that we will be saying goodbye to from 2021. I don't know about you. I feel like this year went by fast. It's been awkward with like the back and forth with COVID, and I started to plan a tour in a different region of the United States, and then called it off because of Delta, and decided to stick primarily still with live streaming, but checking out some shows and venues. So it's interesting and challenging, right? It's been a kind of a weird year. So let's see. You'll be with your BFF, Lori. That sounds lovely. And Doug says, got to get through Dougmas first before I can think of the other holidays. Please describe to us what Dougmas is. And Carl, New Year's Eve is so next week. I love that. It is right around the corner. Yep. Time ticking away. Tammy says, right, it's hard to believe this year it really has gone by so quickly, hasn't it, Tammy? Gosh. Well, thank you for being here with me tonight as we honor all of these passages of time, these transitions of time, these turns of time. We honor tonight the longest night, so peace to you on this winter solstice. And as we look forward to a new season, a new year, if you'd like to tell me what you are saying goodbye to, something you are saying hello to, if you like. Grandkids and Ontario family. That sounds so lovely. Grateful for you for that.
For all we say goodbye to, for all we say hello to, for all that's gone away, all that remains, whatever comes, for all we have been through, strength and wonder for the new year. Hand in hand, my friends, will learn, live and love into all we become. It's a simple turn of time. It could be any other day, yet it reminds us where the rhythm starts. Not any source, but the beat of your heart. Let me say, my friend, just as you are, you're more than enough. And however you're drawn to grow, I'll be here, I'll lift you up. For all we say goodbye to, for all we say hello to, for all that's gone away, all that remains, whatever comes, for all we have been through, strength and wonder for the new year. Hand in hand, my friends, we'll learn, live and love into all we become. New beginnings every day, every moment of your life. The light of day grows longer now. New life of spring remains in the ground. Seasons have their times, effortless presence in the flow. Wherever roots go down deep, dark a while, soon awakening. For all we say goodbye to, for all we say hello to, for all that's gone away, all that remains, whatever comes, for all we have been through, strength and wonder for the new year. Hand in hand, my friends, we'll learn, live and love into all we become. Hand in hand, my friends, we'll learn, live and love into all we become.
Yeah, wow. I remember writing this a few years ago, one Christmas Eve. We just happened to not have big plans that night. And so I sat on the couch and wrote this song and literally was thinking of my dearest friends and what I would like to say to them. And, you know, of course, in the new year, there's often talk of New Year's resolutions or whatever. And so that's why I bring out some of those themes of like, we have new beginnings every day. And however you want to grow, I'll support you and lift you up. But you are just right as you are. You're enough as you are. My bestie is here, Amanda. Thank you for the clap emojis. And Shannon says, I'm sad the longer days are on the climb now. I love the darkness and coziness. There is something so good and beautiful. I saw your wonderful post earlier today, so thank you for coming tonight. And then I saw a couple other people post about that today, like actually really enjoying and appreciating the long nights. So I'm glad we can savor this one together, this longest night of the year together. So let's see. Doug says, Christmas Eve, baby. Christmas stole my birthday when I was real little. I see. I got it. So your birthday is on the 24th. Happy birthday to Doug. Let's wish Doug a happy birthday. This is your birthday week, your birthday month. A few years back, one of my best friends got tired of listening to me whine about it, so she invented Dougmas for me. That is a good friend. That is a good friend. I love it. All right, y'all. That was my original New Year's song. Which, as you maybe heard, is also kind of about the winter solstice as well, which is I think of as a sort of new year, more of a natural new year, because our calendars and clocks it's not actually like coinciding with natural time all the time, So I would like to return to that one original holiday song that I accidentally skipped a little bit ago. It's called Holiday Gloom because I recognize that there are some things that can come up in this season that are gloomy for sure, and also some things that are just eyeball roll inducing or annoying, right? So this is going to be in honor of that. My song Holiday Gloom. I wrote it like a long time ago, back in 2008. And we did actually release a recording of it. But to be honest with you, I have totally lost track of it. So I feel like there could be a re-release of this song in the future at some point. I don't even think this is on Bandcamp. Jason was just asking me that. But it also has kind of developed a little bit as the years have gone by, so that's all good. Getting all together, the cousins about 32. Everyone has had their own path to choose. How do family ties get so darn loose? Maybe I should have gone on that Caribbean cruise. No, I'm just feeling some holiday gloom. Oh, I'm just feeling some holiday gloom. If the lights don't first, Uncle Bob will blow a fuse. So Grandma comes in and cookies call a truce. Got all these family roles and unspoken rules. Is it me or did Auntie Lou get some kind of new attitude? Oh boy, I'm feeling some holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling some holiday gloom. Ba 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 ba. Merry, not contrary, they all pretend and seem. Topping cherry pie with homemade whipped cream. All dressed up, reds, golds, and glittering greens. A merrily contrived and fashionable scene. Or pass the wine for my holiday gloom. Or pass the chocolates for my holiday gloom. Ba 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 ba. Auntie May always y'all. Jason is cracking me up over here. Auntie May always grabs my cheeks for a squeeze. Baba gets nauseous eating too much cheese. Oh God, if you could see me pleading on my knees. The circus I was born into, could you release me, please? Oh boy, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling some holiday gloom. Oh boy, I'm feeling, oh yeah, I'm feeling holiday gloom. Jason started doing a little dance over here, and it was hysterical. He would never let me, show you that though, because he wanted to make me chuckle, I think. Oh man, yeah. So that was not a real song. If any of my relatives, it's a real song. Obviously, it's a real song. I just sang it, so it's a real song. But it's fictional. So if anybody in my family hears it, do not, no worries. All right, let's do another pretty song. How about that? I'm so glad you all are here. I appreciate the laugh emojis and the clap emojis. And yes, we are also wishing Doug a happy birthday. So thank you, Tammy, for that. And y'all, I love it. I love it even when you interact with your emojis, like Shannon right there. That's sweet. All right, so singing some classics, some originals, honoring all of the holidays of December into the new year. Grateful for you all, my community, my patrons, so many of you who have already participated in the Indiegogo campaign. So thank you so much. Hey, Jody, what's up? Good to see you. Yes, so happy you made it. We just had the funniest song of the night, so definitely check back after the live stream is over. You can repeat it and watch if you want. This is a beautiful song called Some Children See Him. I fell in love with this song a few years ago, and again, not one that I grew up with, but one that I think is so beautiful and I believe conveys and brings forward to us really the idea that the divine is in each and every one of us, whatever the color of our skin, whatever our spiritual path, wherever we've come from in the world, whatever country we belong to, whatever ethnicity or culture. And it would make sense that children of every ethnicity and culture would imagine the divine child as looking like them, and so they should. And then of course there's the essence of this beautiful song. But of course, it also gives me an opportunity to mention that Jesus was actually a Middle Eastern man with brown skin. So singing this song gives me a chance to say that the white American Jesus is an illusion and something that is made up and not real at all. So I feel like that's even less real than the Christmas story. So I didn't say that exactly. I didn't say that exactly how I meant it, but I think you know what I mean. Some children see him lily white, the baby Jesus born this night. Some children see him lily white, with tresses soft and fair. Some children see him bronzed and brown, the Lord of heaven to earth come down. Some children see him bronzed and brown, with dark and heavy hair. Some children see him almond-eyed, the Savior whom we kneel beside. Some children see him almond-eyed, with skin of yellow hue. Some children see him dark as they, sweet Mary's Son, to whom we pray. Some children see him dark as they, and oh, they love him so. The children in each different place
will see the baby Jesus' face, like theirs, but bright with heavenly grace, and filled with holy light. Oh, lay aside each earthly thing, and with thy heart as offering, come worship now the infant King. 'Tis love that's born tonight. 'Tis love that's born tonight.
So what I was trying to convey there is that there are so many stories around Christmas. Like one of my favorite movies or books written is A Christmas Carol, and that of course is a story. And so what I was trying to convey is that there's so many beautiful, truthful stories, even if they aren't fact, they are truthful, because myths have a lot to teach us. So I had used the word myth for the illusion of the white American Jesus, which I actually think is a perversion. So if you're mad at me for saying that, well, it's okay that we disagree. I just wanted to clarify what I said that came out not quite right before that song. So thank you for listening. It's a beautiful song. And I'm so grateful that you all are here. This next song is an original of mine called Warmth of Your Eyes. Merry Christmas, Patricia. Happy that you're here. Parents of one of my longest, oldest friends. She's not actually my oldest friend in terms of her age, but we've been probably stayed in touch the longest of any of my friends in life. My friend Arlie. We knew each other in high school. So that's really fun that you all stopped by for this Holidays with Heatherlyn show. Thank you for being here. We have some originals, some classics, some fun songs, some sacred songs, all of the things. So happy, peaceful winter solstice to you all. If you haven't shared this live stream, I would love for you to share it so that more can participate and be a part. And now I get to tell you one of the reasons that I love this season so much. So I was raised by a single mom, and she had, like a high school education, and built on her education over time as she was raising me. And we had no child support. So you can imagine that there were some challenges that came along with that. And so there's a lot about my childhood that was very difficult, and, that I still think about and work through. And we did have a lot of struggle, but we also then experienced the joy and the beauty of community, and how important that is to really anyone's life, whatever your economic status. Community, coming together, sharing together. And my mom worked really hard, and she worked a lot. And so there were times throughout the year that, she might come home and need to rest up. And somehow, though, she carved out some of my most beautiful childhood memories during this season, because she would always pick out a Christmas ornament that we would make together, or a Christmas craft that would be homemade gifts for people in our family, our relatives. We would always make a homemade gift for each of my aunts and their families. And so I loved that time so much. It really was magical, not because we had more stuff, but because she taught me the goodness and the beauty of what it is to create something with your hands, with your heart, with your love, with your thoughtfulness and intentionality, and to share that with all the warmth and the magic of this season. So there was one summer definitely not one summer. Wow, look at me talking about winter when it's... Oh, I have had a long week. It was an emotionally exhausting weekend. I'll just be real with you. So I will be honest with you. I don't feel totally on top of my game tonight, but I'm really glad we're doing this, and I'm really glad you're here. And so thank you for listening and sharing and all the good stuff. All right. So there was one Christmas time that we were going to get together, and those plans fell through. And she lives in Maine still, and I was living in Minnesota, and so I just really missed her. I was just really bummed out that those plans didn't work out. And so again, this song isn't exactly the factual story. It's a little bit of fiction, but it's based on the essence of my story. In times of canned yams and soup kitchen visits, hand-me-down dresses, small homemade presents. In times of torn-up boots and worn-out sweaters, we always had enough, 'cause we had each other. Now my enough is missing you. All around me, good people are bustling with plans to be traveling or hosting friends and family. Children are playing, wide-eyed they're wishing, so much beauty surrounding me, but it all feels empty, 'cause right now I'm just missing you. It all means nothing. I don't need Santa Claus coming to town, just need you here with me now. I don't need anything that glistens or gleams, only the warmth of your eyes smiling on me, smiling on me, smiling on me, smiling on me. Brushing the dust of some sweet old memories, how you used to read aloud that great old story of angelic songs and a beckoning star, while the old wooden rocking chair would gently creak. Now the quiet is cawing, the cold is gnawing. I don't need Santa Claus coming to town, just need you here with me now. I don't need anything that glistens or gleams, only the light of your smile shining on me. I don't need Santa Claus coming to town, just need you here with me now. I don't need anything that glistens or gleams,
smiling on me, smiling on me, smiling on me.
So often my mom will watch these after the live stream. So Mom, as you're watching, just thank you so much for that gift, that inspiration, for what you taught me in those years growing up. I really appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Yes, absolutely, Doug. Yep. I had to give it up for much of last year for a health issue that I was dealing with, but it seems like we're good to go now. So I'm really grateful for that I get to enjoy. If you're enjoying a beverage tonight, I would love to hear about it, whether it's your favorite cocktail or if it's your favorite tea or your favorite hot chocolate. I would love to hear about that. Tell me that in the comments, if you will. All right. I'm going to do another original. We have a few more songs. An original, kind of a modern classic, a carol, and then another one from the 1940s, and then we'll call it a night. So, like I said, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bearing witness. Thank you for being a part of this journey together. I do see this LOVEstream community, the Heatherlyn community, as a community, and I love y'all. And through the ups and downs of these past couple years, we started live streaming back in 2016, and it was actually this season. I actually started live streaming intentionally for specific online content. I started in December of 2016. We had already been live streaming our house concerts as we would travel, but I started to create shows specifically for the online experience, and then honoring this season and all of the ups and downs of it, the joys, the sorrows, sometimes the exhaustion, sometimes the pure delight, of getting to be with people we love, which I know turned out to be really hard last year. So I hope that some more of you are maybe getting to see people that you love this year. This song I consider another Solstice song. A song from my journey when Jason and I were just going through a really hard season. As you know, it is risky to follow your dreams and to answer the call of your soul, especially when you're an artist and an independent musician. So I was just really struggling one winter and wrote this song because I needed to. And I know I'm not the only one, right? And artists and musicians aren't the only ones who go through really dark and challenging times. But through all of that, like we spoke of the holy darkness earlier, and those times can so transform us, like metamorphosis, like going into a cocoon where it's utterly dark and you completely fall apart. And that is absolutely what a caterpillar does, is like turn into mush, and then emerges from that in a totally new way. This song is actually not about butterflies. It's about cardinals, red cardinals. So I hope you enjoy it.
Long gray skies have hovered heavy and low. Winter's deepest cold creeps to the bone. Frozen water, filthy snow. Even on the boldest souls, it can take a toll. Have I been misled by youthful ignorance. To those who'd live a life, this world is hazardous. There's gotta be so much more. Some unseen truth ignored. Sing to me underneath the aching limbs of the naked trees. Sing your song to me. Would your melody reveal a sacred mystery, a noble grace in simplicity? Sing to me. You know I'll be listening. Sing to me. Scornful shadows cover quivering hopes. The solstice moon exposed, dreams nearly choked. Soul in embers of frigid dread. Courage groans with stabbing pangs of a heart unfed. Lifting up my head, I glimpse your vibrant red, a color of life amidst all of this death. Have you got some secret in your coat? Please let me know. Sing to me underneath the aching limbs of the naked trees. Sing your song to me. Would your melody reveal the sacred mystery, a noble grace in simplicity? Sing to me. You know I'll be listening. Sing to me. Sing to me. Yeah. Winter Cardinal. Wrote that when we were living in Minnesota. And man, so many red cardinals came to visit me that season especially. It seemed like so good, so beautiful. So cheers. Hi there, Andrew. Thanks for popping in and sipping Knob Creek, your favorite bourbon. I like that bourbon too. It's a good one. Nice. Have you ever tried, I'm curious, the Knob Creek Rye? That is also really good. All right. Someday I would really love to combine like a fun whiskey tasting with some musical event that I do. That'd be really cool. Maybe some partnership, right? That would be really neat if I could share some favorite whiskeys and whatever. Sing some songs. All right. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm grateful for you and to you. So many of you support our online streams
and my work, my songwriting, my creative work. You've been supporting me through a season of discovering that I'm neurodivergent this year and all kinds of things. So thank you again for you really are on a journey and you're my community. So I'm so grateful to you and for you. Thank you for those of you who have been checking out the Indiegogo campaign for the forthcoming album, the new album in the new year, something we get to look forward to, say hello to, embrace, and create. I have written most of the material for that, but as we got going with the whole process, I got inspired to write some new stuff for it. So I'm also working on that these days. And I love it. I'm excited because I believe that some of those songs may invite us to joy and gratitude and those beautiful practices that are good for our health and our well-being and our mental health and our immunity. Like practically speaking, scientifically speaking, that is what those practices do. And also to be present as we carry our griefs and go through our grief processes. And so many of us do struggle with mental health. And so my hope is that this will literally be like an apothecary, a space that supports our healing and our well-being. Knowing that we are made of love and remembering that we are made of love so that we can perpetuate more love in this world with our lives, our very beings. So Heatherlyn's musical apothecary album is what we plan to create in 2022. My first my first full-length album in a decade. So we released the Story Dwelling album a decade ago, and now we're going to do another full-length album. Of course, there's been live recordings, live recorded albums on my website. There's EPs, projects I've done with the 9 Beats Collective, but this will be another full-length album. And I think a really unique and beautiful thing that we'll be co-creating together, and I'm so excited to bring you all along on that journey with us. For sure, those who are my patrons and backers of the new album, you all will see video clips along the way. You all will get fun updates. I'm sure we are going to have a blast when we do finally get in the studio for those 2 solid weeks of recording it, laying those bed tracks, bringing in the string quartet, all of those things. So I'm excited for you all to be a part of it. So thank you. All right, this song, A Christmas Song by Joni Mitchell, and this is the first year I've covered it. I started to kind of take a look at it last year, and I'm excited to sing it tonight, so hope you enjoy. It's coming on Christmas, they're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. But it don't snow here, it stays pretty green. I'm gonna make a lot of money, then I'm gonna quit this crazy scene. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river so long I would teach my feet to fly. Whoa. I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby cry. He tried hard to help me, he put me at ease. He loved me so not, he made me weak in the knees. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I was so hard to handle, I'm selfish and I'm sad. Now I've gone and lost the best baby I ever had. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I wish I had a river
for so long. I would teach my feet to fly. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on. I made my baby say goodbye. It's coming on Christmas. They're cutting down trees, putting up reindeer, singing songs of joy and peace. Oh, I wish I had a river I could skate away on.
River. Happens to be my favorite nickname, River. So, yeah, all right, a couple more songs, y'all. Here is one of my favorite Christmas carols. And this is a bit of a story behind it. If you look up the story of O Holy Night, the third verse became very resonant for abolitionists of slavery back in the day. And I think it still resonates with a lot of us who want to be about equity and justice and to see oppression go away from our world. We want to be about love and liberation, not only in this season of Christmas time and Hanukkah, but all the times. Thank you. All right, so you haven't tried that one. So maybe sometime, let me know if you ever check it out, what you think. I tend to really enjoy Rise, so I like that one and would recommend it. Toby, I'm glad that's one of your favorites. I haven't seen you yet tonight, Toby, so thank you for being here. I'm so happy you hopped on. Thank you, Doug, for saying beautiful songs, and Sue for your saying that so much beauty tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Like I mentioned earlier, when my tongue was getting all tied up. I guess I'm feeling a little bit of the weight and the exhaustion of the season myself, to be honest with you. And I feel like that just is very present to me. So when things like that are present to us, we've got to be present to them, right? To be truthful and honest and real. All right, so if you know this, of course, sing along at home.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in shame and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary soul rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born, oh, us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall we break, for the slave is our other, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and love forevermore proclaim. His power and love forever, evermore proclaim.
That is a good one. All right. How is everybody? I look amazing? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. My Aunt Ethelyn, actually my late Aunt Ethelyn, made this scarf for me. She loved to knit, and there was one year she sent me just a slew of scarves of like all different colors and different yarns and stuff. And so I thought of her tonight when I put this on to keep me a little bit warm with the jumper situation. All right, I'm going to switch instruments here one last time for tonight. And Yolanda, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for being here, friend. I'm grateful to you all for your support and your love throughout the whole year, throughout the ups and downs of the journey. I am looking forward to 2022. After all that we've been through together, isn't it? It just feels so wild, right? It's just what is going to happen? What's going to happen with COVID? And I truly believe that as we lean into love, as we lean into liberation, as we lean into community, all of those unknowns, all those fears and anxieties, when we can share them together, that makes such a difference. And of course, there are times and things that we sometimes have to go through alone. But even knowing that love is always with us, that we are made of love, that we can be in love, whatever life brings us, that love never has to go away. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the power of love. All right, I think I've got this. Let's see. Okay, this was written in 1944 for Judy Garland, the movie Meet Me in St. Louis. I just learned that today. I was looking up, I wanted to make sure we gave credit where credit is due for the writers of these songs. And I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. I also adapted some of these words because it drives me nuts when I feel like, especially Christmas and holiday songs, polish over, gloss over the stuff that's hard. So I just have to, change some lyrics sometimes to make them feel more authentic and real. So I think this said something about like all our days are going to be bright, and I was like, I don't think so. I don't think that's true. I think days take on different qualities, and so I just said that we'll be together through all of it, side by side. All right. Thank you, Carl, for posting all of that information. Appreciate you so much for your support. All of you who already are part of my patron community. And thank you for helping us create a new album in the new year with your gifts, your contributions of any amount. Every amount matters. And then, of course, sharing it with others. Help us expand this community, you know? Thank you for the abundance of generosity that we've already got to witness and experience. And we are almost, not quite, but we are almost a third of the way there. It's a big goal, but I know we can do it. So I'm grateful. And I'll be popping on here again soon, probably spontaneously. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through the rest of this week without coming on to do some carols. And then we do have a couple shows coming up in January, and I'm still putting together the details for those, but one is going to be pretty unique because our friends from the I Am Clinic here in Denver, so that's where I go for therapy myself, and we had the founder of the I Am Clinic on our Story Dwelling show last year, Isaac Archuleta. And at least my therapist, Jamie, and possibly Isaac as well, are going to be on the show with me. I'll share some songs of the Apothecary album that we have to look forward to. And they're going to talk about the healing properties of music and how, like, that's a real thing in their their psychology and all that. So I think that's going to be really fun. I actually love my therapist. And, we have to sign, like, documents and stuff to make it, like, legit and professional. But it's going to be good. It's going to be really fun. So stay tuned for those dates and those details. All right. I think this is our last song for tonight. So I'm wishing you all well. I'm wishing you all safety. And I hope that this season shows you immense kindness. I hope it meets you with some peace and some joy in the midst of whatever else you might be carrying and feeling. I know a lot of people have grief anniversaries. So maybe before we depart together, maybe let's all, if it feels good to you, maybe place your hand on your heart and just take a deep breath. And just show your heart space a little tenderness and a little love right now. And taking a deep breath, say to yourself or even out loud, I am okay. Second breath, I am safe. Third breath, I am enough. Fourth breath, I am loved. Fifth breath, I am worthy. And sixth breath, I am kind. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. 'Cause always through troubles we'll be side by side. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Christmas true and simple, our hearts out of the frame. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star up on the highest bough. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of young. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star up on the highest bough. And have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a peaceful longest night to you. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you. See you soon.